You know, when I think back, I never really thought we'd open a school, and then we opened a school. And then what we've been able to do, I think so well, because we don't have all the answers, is to really just listen to what our families need.
Housing is a big issue for us, and homelessness is a big issue for us. And right now we have 18 families just alone in the I Promise school that are considered homeless.
And I remember the day when Miss Vick said, we gotta do something with our families that are homeless or struggling with housing and just different issues. And I was like, okay, we'll figure it out. And then to have the stars align and have a partner come and help us buy this building and refurbish it.
My name is Ben Weprin. I'm the founder of Graduate Hotels. First of all, I totally believe in fate and destiny, and I think that there is this invisible common thread in the universe that just ties people together. I think everything happens for a reason. You know, I've known Maverick and LeBron, and they encouraged me to come to the school just to see it. I'm from Southern Ohio and came here and met the team when I was immediately just inspired. What they're doing to the level and the detail and the execution. It's not about ideas, it's about executing. These people do it. It's living proof. It was so inspiring.
We were looking for buildings, and we really couldn't find anything in the proximity of the school that we felt fit our need and fit the graduate model. So we reached out to them and were like, we haven't been able to find a building. I think we need your help. And they very quickly, in the most polite way, said, yeah, you guys stay in your lane. We know how to find buildings.
I mean, this is literally verbatim what we do every single day. Look for historic properties that have a real soul, a real connection to their community, historic architecture, you know, sort of an emotional feel. And so
going into an old building and bringing it back to life is something that we really love to do. It makes the design process hard. You don't have as many options. You have to work with what you have, but we like that.
They identified 22 Roads as their favorite.
The building found us. This building is 22 units, but it's 100 beds or so, right? This is a really interesting scale, and it's perfect size, that it's manageable, and it was built as a hotel.
When I drove by and I remember parking and getting out of my car, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so perfect because it was so close to school. And I saw the brick and I'm like, oh, this has a lot of character. And then I remember walking in and I was with Beef, and we walked in and we were walking through the building, and inside I was like, oh my God.
When I first walked in, I thought, this is a nightmare.
This is never gonna be a home to our families, and I wanted to cry, and I couldn't see through all the work that needed to be done.
There are problems all over that place. Massive chunks of flaky paint hanging from ceilings. There's holes in walls in the ceilings. A lot of the tub and sink faucets and fixtures weren't working, and things were dripping and leaking. Or the first time I went down in the basement, there's a foot of water. Because of it, the hot water tanks didn't work.
Wiring it, electric, fire. Every time we would open up a wall, I feel like we would find more work. We learned that there was asbestos in the building, and there's a lot of things in that building that you don't see that took so much work.
Just to get it to a blank slate.
And I remember that conversation with Beef, and he was like,
this ain't gonna work.
And I, being the executive director trying to keep my game face on, was like, hey, you need to see through this. Yes, it can. It definitely can happen. But I remember that feeling inside thinking, what in the world have we gotten ourselves into? But yet I work with a team of people and our partners at Graduate Hotel that even during a pandemic, all their hotels shut down. And I remember getting a call from Mary Ann, and she said, I want you to know, no matter what happens, we will finish the village, but yet all of your revenue streams are closed and you don't know when they're going to open, and you have committed to me that I don't need to worry. That's about having the right people around you, and they came here, they've met our families, they understand what we're trying to do.
Never waffled for a second.
I think that the gem in all of that, the spark of joy for us, has been this project, because we had all these amazing companies and contractors that wanted to keep working through the pandemic, so we did. And I think for us it was a gift, because we were able to do something good in the midst of a really stressful time.
And to have people like that around you, it just makes you feel like you can change the world, and I think we are.
I am so excited for the I Promise Village. This is really going to change the whole trajectory of kids, family, and community. And this is what it's really about: identifying barriers, identifying challenges, partnering with people that can actually make dreams come true. So I Promise Village is a game changer.
Just the life of this building and the children, we don't know what that's going to look like, but it doesn't matter. Like, whatever happens, say something needs fixed, we're gonna fix it. And I know we'll figure out how, and we'll have partners to help us, because they deserve a place that's safe. They deserve a bed to sleep on. They deserve to have clean clothes and have a laundry room close by and on site. They deserve to have a place that they can lay their head and feel like they can be safe and get a good night's sleep.
Oh, blessed. So happy to have you guys here. So much. That's LeBron's mom. LeBron's mom. Yeah, don't even surprise. I want to present you guys with your home door key. Also,
it's like a hotel key.
Wait till you get up in there. It's gonna be like you on a vacation. You ready?
Yes.
Let's go. I'm gonna let
You don't even understand.
Awesome, I hear a lot.
Mommy, I see your room. Mommy, your room.
They run it, oh, this my bed and this my room, and they already call it dibs, and oh man.
Today has just been life-changing for one of our families. It was amazing. I was just so excited to see them walk through the doors.
Their excitement, mom's, like the relief. It's like thousands of pounds have been removed from her shoulders because she's in a safe place.
I love what they've done. I love that they cared. Like, people don't care. They cared enough about my family to get us out of here.
So let me ask y'all, from 1 to 10, how would you rate your new home?
500.
All right!
The fact that the kids can live here and go outside and play in the backyard, that's huge for our families. So I believe this, along with other things that we're doing, will go beyond our years, and I'm really proud to be a part of that journey.
I never know, like, in my work, like, what's next. I can't really strategize that because it's really what's happening in our world and what our families need. So I feel like in this moment, for the other families to come, like, what's next is what we learn they need. That's what'll be next, and that's what we'll work to provide with them and for them.
It's unlimited potential of what you can do if you have passion and purpose. And, people care.
This is like a day to never forget ever. Thank you, bro.